This is part 2 of the 3X creatures from the Harry Potter universe. On the channel, you can find part 1 as well as the 4 and 5X creatures. Number 11. Hippogriff. Hippogriffs have the body, hind legs, and tail of a horse, but the forelegs, wings, and heads of giant eagles with cruel, steel-colored beaks and large, glowing orange eyes. The claws on their forelegs are half a foot long and have a lethal appearance. It is said that once you get over the initial shock of seeing something half horse, half bird, you begin to appreciate the hippogriff's shimmering coat, which smoothly transitions from feathers to fur. Hippogriffs come in various colors, including storm gray, bronze, pink roan, glossy bay, and inky black. They are carnivores and extremely dangerous until tamed, which should only be attempted by a trained wizard or witch. Their diet consists primarily of insects, birds, and small mammals such as ferrets. They sometimes scratch the ground for worms if no other food is available. During breeding, hippogriffs build nests in the ground and lay a single, fragile egg. This usually hatches within 24 hours. Hippogriff young can fly within a week, but it takes many months for them to be strong enough to accompany their parents on long journeys. When riding a hippogriff, one should sit with their legs just behind the wing joints. The rider must be careful not to pluck any feathers, as the hippogriff does not like this. When approaching hippogriffs, proper etiquette must be maintained to avoid danger. Hippogriffs are extremely proud creatures, and due respect should be shown by bowing to them and waiting for their obeisance before approaching. Eye contact should be maintained at all times, without blinking. The hippogriff should take the first initiative, as it is well-mannered. If offended, it may attack. They are tameable, but only by experts in their care. Hippogriff owners are required by law to cast a disillusionment charm on the creature every day to prevent muggles from seeing it. Using hippogriffs as personal transport is also illegal under the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy. Number 12. Hodog. The Hodog is a frog-headed magical beast known to exist in the New World. They are often attracted to Muggle farms, and the MACUSA Disinformation Department works hard to cover up sightings of them. It has horns, a frog-like head, and glowing red eyes. It is about the size of a large dog. Much of the Hodog's magic lies in its horns. Powdered, they can immunize a person against the effects of alcohol and allow them to go 7 days without sleep. It feeds primarily on mooncalves. Therefore, Hodogs are attracted to the essence of mooncalves. Number 13. Jary. The Jary is a magical beast resembling a giant ferret in appearance and is commonly found in Great Britain, Ireland, and North America. The Jary is capable of speaking to humans, although a serious conversation with one is impossible. The creature uses short, usually rude sentences in an almost constant stream. They live underground, and their diet consists of moles, voles, rats, and gnomes. They are especially skilled at hunting gnomes and are sometimes tasked with degnoming a garden, though their methods are often brutal. Number 14. Gnarl. Muggles often mistake the Gnarl for a hedgehog. In fact, the two species are indistinguishable, except for one important behavioral difference. When food is left for a hedgehog, it appreciates and enjoys it. A Gnarl interprets this as an attempt to lure it into a trap and therefore destroys the garden of the householder who left the food. Muggle children are often blamed for damage caused by Gnarls. Gnarls eat wild daisies. A potioneer often has to remove Gnarls from a field of daisies in order to pick the flowers. Casting a well-aimed stunning spell on a Gnarl works well and causes no permanent damage. Furthermore, its quills have magical uses. Number 15. Nasel. Nasels have mottled, speckled, or spotted fur, large ears, and a lightly feathered tail, similar to a lion's. They are believed to belong to distinct breeds, like cats, and therefore each one varies in appearance. They make excellent pets if they please the witch or wizard who wants them. Nasels can interbreed with normal cats and usually have up to 8 kittens in each litter. Nasel owners must be licensed. Some people, Both wizards and squibs make a living breeding Nasels or mongrels, such as Arabella Fig. A notable hybrid is Hermione Granger's half-Nasel, whom she purchased from the Magical Menagerie in Diagon Alley in 1993. Nasel whiskers can be used in wand cores, although they are said to make wands of inferior quality compared to the 3 supreme wand cores: unicorn hair, phoenix feather, and dragon heartstring. Nasels possess very high intelligence, are independent and sometimes aggressive, and possess an uncanny ability to detect suspicious and untrustworthy individuals. However, they sometimes associate with people they consider loyal and worthy of compassion, and can make good pets for them, protecting them and their home. Due to their aggressiveness towards certain individuals, Nasels are given a 4X classification by the Ministry of Magic, provided they are not interbred with other species. Number 16. Leprechaun. The leprechaun, sometimes known as the chlorocorn, is a mischievous, though not malicious, magical beast. It has a reputation as a prankster, but never inflicts permanent harm on a human with its antics. Originally from Ireland, it is fully sentient and capable of speech, but has never petitioned the British Ministry of Magic to reclassify it as a being. The leprechaun has green skin and typically grows to about 6 inches tall. It typically wears clothing made of leaves. Although it appears very humanoid, it is unlikely to be related to humans or other human-like beings, such as goblins. Leprechauns live in forests and woodlands and enjoy attracting the attention of muggles and playing tricks on them. This tendency makes them an integral part of Muggle children's stories and legends. Leprechauns can fly. In addition, many of them can fly in formation to create shapes and letters in the sky. They also have the ability to create a gold-like substance that, to their amazement, disappears after a few hours. Much of this goblin gold is created in the form of galleon coins. Their diet consists primarily of plants, especially leaves, and they sometimes also use the leaves as clothing, which is appropriate for their forest habitat. Number 17. Lobalug. The Lobalug is a magical aquatic beast found at the bottom of the North Sea. It is a simple creature, averaging about 25 centimeters long, identifiable by its long, rubbery proboscis and a large venom sac that covers much of its body. The Lobalug uses its venom sac as a weapon, contracting and expelling it toward an attacker if threatened. Merfolk use the Lobalug as a weapon, and mages use its venom as an ingredient in potions, though this practice is strictly controlled. Number 18. Mackled Malaclaw. The Mackled Malaclaw is a magical land beast that closely resembles a lobster. It has light gray skin with green markings, the color of which becomes slightly more vibrant after a molt before gradually returning to normal, and can grow up to 30 centimeters in length. Although it resembles a lobster, it is inedible, and anyone who eats its flesh contracts a terrible fever and develops a green rash. The Malaclaw is found along the rocky coast of Europe and feeds primarily on crustaceans. A bite from a Malaclaw has the unusual side effect of bringing bad luck to the victim for up to a week. Any witch or wizard bitten by a Malaclaw should cancel all bets, as they will definitely backfire. The creatures eventually outgrow their shells, forcing them to molt and grow a new one for approximately a week. However, during the molt, their bodies are much softer and less protected, which makes them more nervous. They also require a special molting diet, although they must do so at their own pace without being forced. Furthermore, they must remain calm during the process, as excess stress or energy can cause illness. When it's time to molt, they build a den of rocks where they can rest and recover safely while their new shell grows and hardens. Their tail can be used in potions. Number 19. Moch. The Moch is a magical lizard with silvery green skin native to Great Britain and Ireland. It can grow up to 25 centimeters long. Muggles never notice it, as it can shrink at will. Moch skin is highly prized in the making of purses and money bags. A Moch skin pouch shrinks when a stranger approaches, making it virtually impossible to find. Once the owner puts something in the pouch, no one but them can remove it. Hagrid gave Harry Potter a Moch skin pouch on his 17th birthday. Number 20. Mertlap. The Mertlap is a rat-like magical sea beast with a growth on its back, similar to a sea anemone, found in coastal areas of Great Britain. The Mertlap's favorite prey is crustaceans, although they will also attack the feet of any human foolish enough to step on them. The growth on the Mertlap's back can be pickled and eaten to improve resistance to hexes, although eating too much pickled Mertlap can cause unsightly purple hair to grow in the ears. Mertlap tentacles are included in Mertlap Essence, a home remedy for cuts and abrasions that Hermione Granger once made for Harry Potter to heal the cuts on his hand. Being bitten by a Mertlap is usually not serious, but some reactions can cause sweating, spasms, and flames coming out of the anus. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming creatures, and check out the channel for Class 4 and Class 5 creatures.